How about now? Sheesh. Oh, all that talking. Everything I said just a few minutes ago was brilliant, and I'm very sad that none of you heard it. But anyway, we got sound now, so here we go. Let's see. No, and Vic said no sound. No sound. Hola, no sound in Portland. No sound in Lakewood. No. Let's see. Vicky is it? I can't. I can't let. All right. Let me know. Sound is good now. Okay, thank you, Vic. Vic is my audio engineer. She's been doing that job now for 2.5 years. Um, Vic is the greatest person on the in the planet, and Cindy, I'm requiring you to go have lunch with her. So here we go again. Let's back up. DenverGuitarOrchestra.com. You should go there. It's got, if you did not get the sheet music, I did post it on the front page of the website. I'm going to take it down after class here today, but just that way we don't have to deal with, I didn't get it and blah, blah, blah. Me have to send it to you. So, Feliz Navidad is on the front page of the website for the moment until we get through it tonight. And then, of course, you all already have the rest of the stuff, I think. And then, what else do I need to tell you about? Yeah, I think that's it. So now let's take it to part two. Let's see. Vic in here, Cindy. It's good now. Yes, yes. Okay. So we did not have in person tonight because this morning the snow looked quite dramatic. There was ice everywhere. There's still quite a bit of ice down here on some of the overpasses and in the areas where the tall buildings are. So we probably would have been fine meeting, but I just freaked out this morning and was like, nope, we're not doing it. So I need everybody to be happy and healthy by the time we get to the concert. And so let's talk about that very briefly. Our concert's December 4th, Sunday at 2 p.m. I'm going to get on that on the front page of the website here, and then we're going to advertise the heck out of it. Okay. A lot of times when we get to this point, I'm like, I don't know, they're playing there. I don't know if they're going to sound very good. Maybe I should. Maybe I don't need to rush around and advertise. But this time we're going to. We're going to try to get. We're going to put some money into it. We're going to put it on Facebook. It's not exactly cheap to rent that. The sanctuary for performances, so I want people to come and enjoy what you guys have been working on. So please let people know what you are doing, right? Invite people, invite your friends, let them know what we're doing. And Donna's gonna be there, and she's gonna make some cookies, and hopefully a few of you will make some cookies, and we'll have a nice social hour after the concert. Um, and then I want to pull up my list here because I finished it. And I'm going to send it out to you guys tonight to check for spelling errors. But let me just 1 second to open it up. Patience. All right, and it's DGO Fall 2002. So the plan will be to play La Paloma, the Malagueña, Cielito Lindo, and Hover and the medley, Spanish Romance, La Llorona, and then the November song, and then Remember Me will be followed by Jerome doing a solo. Um, I'm trying to think. Laura doing, oh God, my brain just had this moment of like, I don't know anything. And then Christy doing a solo. Guys, I have faith in the three of you. I'm positive you're going to come through with something beautiful. Then we will all finish up on El Noir de la Mer. If our audience is happy, if they're giving us a nice round of applause, and we will play Feliz Navidad. Okay, so Feliz Navidad at the moment is scheduled for um, the encore. Okay, and I just sent it out to you guys today, so hopefully you'll be fine with that. Let's see. I want to double check over here. Hey Sandy. Hey Arlo. Jerome says yeah for a guy who wrote. I am very skittish about snow on the roads, and here's why. When you grow up in Denver, you are like, oh, all these people from California, they're weak, you just got to get in your car and go. And there's a part of me that is still that way, and that person needs to not be in charge of anything because that person's ridiculous. Snow and ice are scary, and it only takes you to hit one guardrail, and then you're like, you know what? I don't think I want to go. So yeah, whatever. So tonight, what I want to do, I want to make sure that you have some time with Feliz Navidad. So we're going to work on that together, and then I'm going to turn you back over to last week's rehearsal to play through the music because there's no sense of me just conducting here without some sort of sound in the background for you to play along with. And so I've posted last week's rehearsal under today's schedule, and I didn't update the date, did I? I didn't update the date. So tonight, November, what is today? November 15? 15. All right, 15 update. All right. So we're gonna a lot Feliz Navidad. Then I'm gonna turn you loose to work on pieces, everything we played through last week. Hopefully you'll do it. It's the honor system, right? Or at least if you don't do it tonight, you'll do it sometime this week, and you'll do it sometime again next week. Please remember, we do not have rehearsal next week. I'm not going to be available for next week's rehearsal. So that means that when we get together, December. What is our next one? Patience. I have access to information. When our next rehearsal will be November 29th. Okay, so there's tonight's rehearsal online. Next week, no rehearsal. The week after, the 29th will be our final rehearsal. And so on that night, guys, the three of you that are doing solos, just be ready to play. Okay, we'll stick you in just where you're supposed to go in the program. And then any other weird little bugs we have, we'll straighten out that night. And then we play our concert on the 4th. And so hopefully you're telling your friends, letting them know what you're doing. We're playing. This is great music. There's nowhere else in Denver that they're going to hear stuff like this. And so I really, really want you to share it with your friends. Have them come and listen to you. You worked really hard. This music was way harder than I meant it to be. And it's beautiful and it's really cool. And so please talk to, be a little adventurous, be a little brave, tell people that you haven't talked to in 20 years that you're giving a guitar concert, and then have them come and watch. They'll have a great time, and the price is good, right? The price is good. It's free. Now, the concert, no rehearsal next week. I think that's enough, okay? We're going to work on Feliz Navidad for a little bit here, and then I'm going to encourage you to go back to the front page of the website and click on last week's video to play through the regular repertoire. That's just going to make the most sense, okay? So you'll still be on YouTube. It's just you'll be listening to me from last week, okay? And that hopefully you can play through everything real quick just to stay warm. Keep your fingers moving. So hopefully on Tuesday this week I'll send you out an email to remind you of that. And then and that's what we're doing. Okay, so let's talk Feliz Navidad. Get that up in front of you, please, and let's see how it goes. Laura is in. Hey, Laura. All right, so here's my plan with Feliz Navidad. It's an encore song, right? Which means that it has to be fast, it has to be easy. We will ask the audience to sing along with us, probably, okay? As long as it sounds okay on November 29th, we will ask. Everybody knows the words. There's 2 words, right? Feliz Navidad, and that's it. That's the whole thing. And then I want Prospero Año Felicidad. I may have Donna, we may have I don't know. No, we don't need words up. People know what the words are. And we'll play it kind of fast. Right now, I'm going to turn off the metronome for the moment. Hey, Joni. So, with Feliz Navidad, let's review chords. Okay? Book 1, people. The song is it's in the key of A, right? How do we know that? When the song, several ways. 1, the song has 3 sharps. Okay, that means it's either an F sharp minor or A. Okay, there are no F sharp minors anywhere in the song, so we're probably in A. And typically I say, well, it starts with an A, it ends with an A, and there's a whole lot of A's in the middle, probably an A. This song starts with a D, ends with an A, and there are whole lots of D's and A's in the middle, so that doesn't work so well. But the song really starts at measure 4, Feliz Navidad, right? And so that there's that little intro thing there. Um, what I'm hoping we will do, we'll divide up about half and half. For those of you guys that typically play guitar, one, I want you to play the melody, and the rest of you guys, I want you to play some fashion of the chord. So if you are Christy and you always play arpeggios, I think Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, right, or something. I don't know. I would expect maybe some arpeggio pattern. If you learned a lot about chords in the day, strumming will be fine because we're going to try to talk the audience into singing with us. It'll be kind of cute. Will the comments repost too? The song markers are in the comments. The comments. You mean from last week, Christy? I do know if you turn on closed captioning, you can read everything that I say, which is super creepy. I'm not sure I understand your question, Christy. So I'm going to keep going, and then you just post a clarifying question, maybe. So if you normally play melody, let me get on the right frets. Right, so if there's nothing, it's nothing fancy. So let's just do the measures 1, 2, and 3 together. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I did basically that whole thing holding the D chord, lifting up the middle finger a little bit. So you can even treat it almost as a tough axe piece if you're just playing the melody. Whoops. 2, 2, 3, oh, 2. Oh, 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 3, 3, 2, 2, oh, 3, 2. Okay, that's the intro. Okay, that shouldn't take you more than 10 seconds to figure that one out. Also, go listen to the MP3. I always do that so that you can hear that. I'm having all sorts of exciting things happening on my computer screen. What is going on? All right. Let's see the comments below. The comments below the video. Oh yeah, those should be there, right? If there are comments, and I didn't go in and put in what the time markers are in the video. I do know we talked for about 5-10 minutes prior to playing last week, so you can just fast forward, find your spot. Okay, we'll talk about how to use the video in just a second, or after this. Okay, the actual song starts in the middle of measure 4. It's going to be beat, beat, Feliz Navidad. Okay, so you're coming in on beat 2 and 1 and 2, Feliz Navidad. And then there's a little decorative piece, and then and so notice on on measures 4, 6, and 8. You don't come in on beat 1. You come in a little bit later, and you probably know the tune well enough. So at measure 4, it's 1, 2. Whoop dot, ba bum bum bum, bum 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 bum. Okay, so you know the melody, right? That's nothing. The hard part will be remembering that you've got to go up to 7 at one point. Okay, so probably you're thinking, all right, mostly I'm going to play the 5s with my pinky, the 4s with my ring finger, and the index finger on 2s. And then when you get to measure 6, you hit the 2, and then jump your pinky up to 7. And then you can come right back down. Pinky on 5. Now, if you're playing melody, you're going to probably be overwhelmed by if people actually sing, they will sing louder than you play. But the nice part about having somebody playing melody when you're singing is they help you know where the note actually is. And as one of the worst singers in the history of the world, I absolutely use that. If I have somebody playing the notes, Feliz Navidad, dun 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 dun, Feliz Navidad, dun 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 dun, Feliz Navidad, Prospero año y felicidad. Right? My voice is a lot better if I'm having some melody support, and that's what your job will be, is to help them. Okay. Notice when you get to measure 11, Prospero año felicidad, 2, 3, 4, 1. Rest. Okay, and again, when you're going to do the turnaround from 12, get your yellow highlighter out. You're not going to go back to the top of the song, you go back to number 5. Okay, so at number 12, just do the turnaround. Do it with me, counting in at 12. 1, 2. Get there at the end of measure 10, jump down to 12. Okay, so mark your paper. Okay, at the end of 10, you go to 12 the second time through. But if the first time through you played at 12, go back to 5. And I'm pretty sure I got the repeat block correct. So up at the upper left hand, I try to write in the repeats for you guys. 0 through 12, then 5 through 10. You're going to jump down to 12, and you'll notice at 12 there's a forward repeat at 13. So we're going to be coming back to 13, not 12. Okay? Let's see. Made by people watching the video. I put start. Christy, you're awesome. Thank you. You did? Hold on. I'm just going to go take a look. That's very exciting. So Christy apparently went through and put in our places where you can more quickly go through last week's video. I want to go down, scroll down, click on this. I didn't even look at the comments. You did. Oh, thank you so much. Super, super helpful. All right, we'll get back to that in just a second, Christy. Let's finish up our discussion of the melody. Okay, so we're on melody right now. Now here's the next thing. Okay, at measure 13, the chord players are going to go whom, and melody players. Now you're all the way up to 9. Okay, pinky on 9. 9 is the highest note in the song. Okay. I wanna wish you and then change your position. Merry Christmas. Okay, page 2. 7 is your high note. I wanna wish you a merry, and here's the hard part, pinky on 4, Christmas. Back to 9. I wanna wish you a merry Christmas. 7 from the 4 on the first string, bottom of my. Now you do not have to do this, okay? But if you can, it will be cool. The melody note is 7, heart, okay? But what he does is heart, right? Okay, so it's 7 9 7 5 0 2 0 2 0 3 5. Okay, so that little triplet there, it goes by really fast. As I was playing it this week, I'm like, I don't know. I'm thinking about taking it out, but I did, and I left it in because it's kind of fun if you can do it. And you're let's talk about hammer-ons and pull-offs for those of you with electric guitar background. 7, hammer on to 9, and then pull it right back off to get to 7. All right. So 7 9 7 5 0 2 0 3 5. But you don't have to do all that. You could just play 7 5 7 5 0 2 0 3 5. So it doesn't matter. I don't want you to stress out about getting that triplet in there. I left it in there because it's cool, not because I expect you to play it. Okay, it's just 7. Okay, now 1 beat is 7, and then 5-0, 2-0, 3-5. Okay, and but if you can do this triplet, then obviously do it. Okay, now you repeat there. Okay, at the end of 21, you go back to 13. Okay, so 21, I'm gonna put a yellow piece of yellow highlighter. At 13, let's play together from 13, starting on 9. And it'll be, you'll hear a big A chord, and then you come in on melody. 1, 2, 3, 4, strum. Whoops, sorry. Okay, now, second time through, you don't play 21, so put a piece of highlighter at the front of 21 so that you know the second time through you jump over to 22. And then 22 is just the same as the beginning, okay? So you hit that 5, and then just don't dilly-dally. We get right into this, back into the main idea. Feliz Navidad, dun 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 dun. Whoops, sorry, let me do it again. Feliz, on 5, Feliz Navidad, dun 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 dun. Feliz Navidad, dun 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 dun. Feliz Navidad, prospero año felicidad. Okay, and we're gonna end on that high 5. That's your high A note right there. Okay, so the melody is not a lot there. The only weird thing, well, there's 2 weird things. One, right, you're going to be playing 9s and 7s, but luckily your guitar has dots on both, right? You got a 9 dot and a 7 dot probably, so you know where to put your fingers. Quite a bunch of 5s, okay? And then the other weird thing, measure 20, that triplet. If you can play the triplet, that's great. If you can't play the triplet, that's great. Don't lose any sleep over it. And then we play to the end, okay? So let's play through it. I'm going to play the melody, and if you typically play melody, please try playing melody as well. Even if you don't typically try playing melody, let's try it as well. And then we'll run through the chords here in just a second. That'll take us all of the rest of the evening, okay? From the top, not too fast. At least for now, we'll try to make it a little bit. We'll try to make it at the same speed that Jose Feliciano does it, because that's what speed everybody's going to want to sing it at. Okay, so together from the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. To the top, or to 5. Second inning, 2, 3, 4, go. Oh shoot, I missed it. From number 13, 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. Page 2. To 9. up to the measure 13. Go. Okay, that's it. That's the whole song. Okay, not a lot of song there, but it's a song almost everybody knows, right? And we will probably put the words up on the wall. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. I want to wish you Merry Christmas. I want to wish you Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. So most everybody know the word. They won't know how to say Feliz Navidad, Prospero Año y Felicidad. That part will probably go very poorly. We don't care, right? Now, so that's the melody. We'll put that together next when we get together on November 30th. So practice that over the next couple of weeks. If you typically play melody, just play melody. Don't, and it would be great. Okay. For those of you on chords, okay, the rest of you. Do what you usually do. So if you like playing just like plain old regular strumming, that's perfectly fine. I just realized I have my guitar in a weird tuning. Back when I played piano, I didn't have to retune it ever, and now you play guitar, you have to retune all the time. Let's talk chords, okay? Put your D chord on. We're in 4, right? So the only place, there's one place in the entire song where it's going to be a bit of a challenge. That's measure 3. The D chord comes in on beat 1.5. So just be ready to hit that D chord sooner than you think you're supposed to, okay? So it's going to be bum, bum, ba da da dun. E chord 1 dun da dun 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 da dun. Feliz Navidad da 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 dum dum. Feliz Navidad ba da ba dum bum. Feliz Navidad, Prospero Año and Felicidad. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-bum. Feliz Navidad, major 5, da-dum-dum. Feliz Navidad, ba-da-da-dum-bum. Feliz Navidad, Prospero Año bum-bum-bum. Major 13. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas, E chord. Bum, I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas, A chord. Wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Dum bum bum. Major 20, back to 13. Feliz 1. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. Major 2, second page. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I got 22. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Da-da-da-bum-bum. Feliz Navidad. Prospero Año and Felicidad. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, and we will just do that last chord as just if some of you are on regular A, that's fine. A couple of you will get the fancy A, you know, that bar chord on 2 with your pinky up on 5. Okay, that way you hit the high note. Won't matter because the melody players are going to hit that note anyway. Bing. Okay, now you got to hear my singing. It's beautiful. It's why I learned how to play guitar, because it's always brutal, and especially when you're going up to the high E, that's never coming out of my face. Um, so if you are like, man, this is too much work for the last 2 weeks of the season, just you can play the chords, right? A chord, D chord, and E chord. Those are all out of book one. Those are long in the mirror, rear view mirror for you. So you do have an out if you just want to play the chords. It's perfectly fine. But hopefully most of you will want to play the melody line here because it's actually quite lovely. And then there are, of course, those of you guys that want to make your life hard. And I did make this beautiful Tough Acts version. So let's play through that one time, right? That's right. I don't know how well I'll play it. I played through it a bunch this week, and it's actually quite fun. I just don't know if I'll be able to do it live here on stage perfectly. So we'll see. Who cares, right? So if you're ready for the Tough Acts version, that's great. If not, play the melody, okay? From the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. Measure 5. Measure 12. Oh, and this is hard. Okay, just real quick. You got a 7-9-9-9, right? So you put your 7 on where it goes, right? And then you have all nines in front of you. Now, if Arlo's tuned in, Arlo's like, that's the number. That's your A chord. We do that all the time on fret 2 as a B chord. You go up to 7, it's now an E chord. But we don't do it a ton in fingerstyle because it's not particularly pleasant, right? But chord players, they know this chord. It's no big deal. Okay, so from there, I blew it. I don't do it often enough to get any good at it. 7-9-9-9. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Regular A. And then this chord. This is another weirdo E chord. Okay, you're going to put your bar on low. When you see a mess like this, guys, put the bar on the low number. The low number is 4. You got 5s and 6s in there, and you can leave this A open. Okay. It sounds kind of cool, but it's only going to last for a second. So you bar on 4, and then here's your hammer on. Go back to measure 12, 13. Sevens and nines. A chord. Second ending. So not a great. Oh, I just did exactly what I tell you guys not to do all the time. Don't let go of this until the guitar shuts up. Okay, don't do what I did. All right, don't do that. So anyway, you got plenty. It's kind of fun to play, right? Couple of challenging moments actually when you bring in the tough acts. That chord at 15 is pretty challenging. 19's not too bad, and then of course the hammer, the 7-9-7-5 is that's tough. Okay, and again, you don't have to play that part. It's just kind of cool if you can. So there's Feliz Navidad. Okay, so spend a couple weeks working on that. We'll get together November 30th. That will be the encore song. If presuming our audience is like, yep, I'd like to hear the encore. You guys were so great. We want to hear more, and so we'll play that with everybody. And of course, if we can talk them into singing, it depends on how. If there's 12 people there, they may not sing, but if there's 50 people there, they will. And then mostly the chords will matter, right? Pay attention to the chords in measure 3. That D comes in a half a beat early. Everything else is right on the beat, so there's nothing there particularly fancy. Laura says, measure 19, should the low note be a B? Measure 19, the low note. Yeah, I put a 0 there. Why did I leave that 0 there? Yeah, it should definitely... just don't play that low note. That's a good question. Why didn't I do it that way? It's a C shape. That's actually... It's actually, Laura... Probably E is what it should be. It's a C chord, right, on 4. Yeah, so it should be an E actually. Should be on 7. Dun dun dun. So Laura is asking about the 0 in measure 19, and she's absolutely right. It should not be a 0. It'll be either don't play the 5th string in that, or play a 7 there to get the bass note. The bass note's the root note there. That's a 7. Good catch, Laura. Boy, you don't know how many times I look at these things and still there's mistakes. In fact, Donna was saying, how many times have you worked on that song? And I said, 10,000. Shut up, go away. I didn't say shut up, go away, but that's what I thought. All right, so you've got Feliz Navidad. You can mess around with that. It will never not be a song for Christmas. Okay, some of you know what's her name, Mariah Carey, and her "All I Want for Christmas Is You." There's never going to be a Christmas when we won't hear that song. And so Feliz Navidad is the same way. You're going to hear it every single Christmas for the rest of your life. So why not learn it, right? Yeah, I mean, seriously, it's just a quick one to toss in there. And measure 24, chord should be E. Measure 24. No, wait, hold on. Feliz Navidad. Should it be Feliz Navidad? Hold on, Arlo. I don't know if it should be an A, actually. Let's see. Okay, so Arlo sometimes says chord should be this. That's because he's done it for his band back in the day. It's not an E. It's not an E, Arlo. At 24, it might be an A. Let me look. Nope, we're going with D. We're sticking with D, Arlo. Leave it there. Leave it the way it is. Jerome says, maybe you meant 0 on string 6. That's probably what I was thinking. Yeah. So that's a good point, Laura. If you wanna if you're plucking at 19, the zero on the sixth string is an E. So but it might be easier to get to, but it doesn't work with a down strum. So um, um, yeah. Who knows what I was, who knows what I was thinking? I was clearly thinking something should be a zero there when it's definitely not supposed to be a zero on the fifth string. So either play a seven on the fifth string or a zero on the sixth string. Yeah. All right, close enough. All right, thank you guys. That's that. Now, it's not going to do me any good to sit here and conduct nothing, right? So, Christy has done us a massive favor. When you go back to the front page of the website, and you don't have to do it tonight, but you should do it over the next couple weeks. I'm put last week's full rehearsal practice, and when I click on that YouTube video, last week's rehearsal comes up. Christy has saved you a huge amount of work. Go down to the very first comment, and she's listed, hey, Malagueña starts at 10:36. Remember Me starts at 16:28. Spanish Romance starts at 21:09, and so on. You can actually click on those numbers in Christy's comment below the video, and it will take you directly to that spot in the video. So you don't have to listen to the whole video again, and you should be able to play through everything pretty quickly. We got through all of the pieces last week, and there was only one or two that we had to stop and noodle with just a bit. But that's going to be your keep it fresh program for the week, okay, for the 2 week period, because I won't see you next Tuesday at all. So what I want you to do is use last week's video. I'll just leave it posted on the front page. That way you can come back to it. You don't play every song, right? Play a couple songs and then go drink a beer, and then go play a couple more songs and then do a shot of whiskey or whatever you do, and that way you can stay fresh with what we're working on. And then I think in terms of your thought process, November 30th, you want to be as close to your A game as possible. Like any of the issues that you've been running into, work on those this week. It's also fine on November 30th. If there's a measure or a note or whatever that's just not going to happen, it's okay to skip those at this point, right? You'd be like, you know what, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to play. And I will tell you, in guitar ensemble over at school where I have to play, there's a place and it's coming along at a measure. I'm like, that's probably not going to happen today, and I'll skip the measure, right? So it's normal. Hopefully you can play everything, but if you can't, you can't. It's fine. So you've got opportunity to play with the orchestra for the next couple of weeks. You have Feliz Navidad. Thank you guys for your thoughtful comments on that. I love it that when we put a piece of music out and you're like, oh, I don't like that, I don't know if that sounds right or whatever, we talk about it, make sure that it's as close as we can. Let's see, what else should we do? I think that's all I need to talk about. Questions, comments, or concerns before you head off into your evening? Let's see. Could you publish an email the list so that we can arrange our music? Yes, I have that. In fact, I will send that out tonight. And if all of you could double check the spelling of the songs and everything on there, if you want to set your book up in order that you can. I usually recommend you leave your book in alphabetical order, just because that's how you've had it the whole semester. But it's up to you. I will send that out here as soon as we're done with this. I'll post an email. I'll send it out to you what the little program looks like. I'm making the assumption that Laura, Jerome, and Christy are our soloists. Okay, so I think that's a good assumption. And if anybody else has something they want to sneak in last minute, you got to let me know right after we're done here. Cindy, you're welcome. It's always good to see you, good Cindy. Glad you made it. Linda, okay. And Christy, you should have time to get in position before the song starts. You should have time to get in position before the song starts. Oh. I was like, well, of course you should. No, she means on the YouTube video, so that's super helpful, Christy. You rule. She's awesome. All right, yeah. And Vic says good arrangement. Yeah, it's a fun little song. There's nothing to it, but it is actually kind of fun to play, especially if you can get some Feliciano into it. It's kind of fun. All right. Oh, by the way, thank you guys for always going in and fixing the YouTube stuff. It's super kind and very helpful. Uh, all right, Cindy's into the Feliz Navidad. Yeah, so isn't it surprising? You hear that song. It's the same with Carol of the Bells. You hear Carol of the Bells, and you're like, that is the greatest song ever. I love that. I'm going to learn that. And then you find out it's nothing. There's nothing there, and you're like, what in the world? Because I arranged it for guitar, and if you want it, you can have it. But it's like there's just nothing there. It's just repeat, 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 repeat. And this song, there's a little bit more to this one, but it's very famous. So just learn it. Okay, guys, have a wonderful evening. I'll see you in 2 weeks, and November 30th. That's our technical rehearsal. We'll actually move bodies around to figure out what all we need to make sure that everything goes smoothly at the concert. And then, of course, you're thinking of, if you want to bring cookies, please do, and get your cookie recipes together for that. And I think that's it. Don't change your guitar strings now, okay? The strings on your guitar are the strings you're playing the concert with, so don't change those. You can change them afterward. And then on November 30th, we'll talk if you guys want to meet one more time just to play some Christmas music, which maybe you do, maybe you don't. I think that'd be kind of fun if you did. Last thoughts are, now that I have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, apparently it does help if you hit the thumbs up button. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do, because we're getting ready to... I'm going to get some new tools. I don't know exactly what those tools do, but they're supposedly going to make this YouTube experience better for us. So, and I think Google sends me a pizza or something. I don't know what happens, but those are all things that can help me. And hopefully you're enjoying this way of playing guitar. It's super hard what we're doing, but we're so close to the deadline. Stick with it, guys. It's going to be great. Let's see. Cindy says, will those of us never be able to play along live? Yes. Last time we had 2 computers. One was pointed at me, for those of you who wanted the conductor, and then a second computer was pointed at the orchestra. And I kind of decided at that point, it's almost better just to use the one pointed at the orchestra, because you will be able to see me good enough to see when the downbeats are. And the microphone setup is the same. So I may go with a single computer this time, just pointed at the orchestra and at me, and that way you can choose to play along or not, and then we'll still have a halfway decent video of it. So that's what I'm thinking about right now. I'll make that final plan. But yes, Cindy, you'll definitely be able to play along with us live if you're out of town and online. We'll broadcast for sure. So anything else you guys have on your mind? If not, go grab the other YouTube video and play through your repertoire. You don't have to do every song tonight, right? But try to do a little bit every night for the next 2 weeks, so that you're good and fresh for our technical rehearsal next November 30th and the final performance December 4th. You've worked really hard. Let's finish strong. So guys, have a wonderful night. Thank you for everything. I'll see you soon. Peace.